Oh, Graham, it's always totally amazing to see you. How are you?
I'm very well. Sun shining. It's April and spring is here and everything's great.
It's been a while, Graham, since I've seen you.
I know I took a wee sabbatical. I went to um, Mallorca for January and February. I had pneumonia a few years ago, so I'm prone to kind of colds and flus and all that. And when that happens, it's just better to get out of the country. So, January came and it was so cold and wet, and I just decided, do you know what? Let's just go out. It's not blisteringly hot. It's kind of nice. I didn't mind it. There was a bit of rain as well. It's cloudy, but there was like anywhere in Spain, you know. Eventually, the sun comes out at one part of the day. Do you know what I mean? It rains and it comes down in bucketfuls, and then it goes away in the sunshine. So at the beginning of the year, I decided I'm going to just go away and just, live in a different kind of environment, live in some warmth. So that's all I did.
Where was my invite?
I know. Well, next
I'd
time.
have loved to have come. Look at you, look so well, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'd have loved
Oh,
to have gone.
listen, it's the pastiness that kills you, isn't it? I mean, I'm usually white pasty, Scottish. You see this sort of the Scottish people in Spain, man, you know what I mean? Whenever the sun comes out, even when it's wet and raining, their t-shirts and all that. Yes.
Now, Graham, we are chatting because you have a fantastic little intimate tour about to start, don't you? Tell me a little bit about this.
Okay, well, last year we were obviously out on tour and we brought this little acoustic part into the set.
Three songs, wasn't it? I loved it. Three songs. Was
We
it three
did,
songs?
we
Yeah.
did, and we sort of break it down and we bring it down to the acoustic guitars and Kevin sings, so it's three vocals and acoustic, and it's always something that you kind of. I love playing in a big band and sort of being bombastic and it's loud and it's brilliant, it's full of energy, but also. I also like doing this because it just it shines a different light in the songs because you have to treat them a wee bit differently. So it's just really for our benefit, for my benefit, if I just keep on doing the same things, I get kind of bored
Yeah.
quite easily. So it's nice to just even if you're not, how do you play live without taking a big band on tour? That's what we're trying to do here. And so by taking it down to acoustic guitars, you can sort of you can create a different environment for the songs and you can kind of portray them in a different way, and that's really all it is. It's nice to go out there and change it up a wee bit, and sometimes when you're on tour it's a cliche but it's true. You wake up in the morning and somebody says, right, remember, you're in Aberdeen, right? And you're like, do you think I'm daft? And then come the end of the day, you're like, wait, where am I? What city are we in, Scotland or England? I can't eat.
I can
No,
totally imagine.
it's Groundhog Day, so
Yeah.
so this kind of changes it up a little bit, and sort of puts
Well, the
us in a
reaction
different.
you got from what I remember, sorry to interrupt, but the reaction you got was amazing. Like, it's lovely for the fans. I'm a huge fan, as you know. It's lovely for the fans as well to hear something different.
It is, it
And
is not. I must say, Helen, look, I think people are ready for this. We've had a lot of it over the last 15 years, maybe even 20 years, where people kind of do this thing where they take the power out it and bring it down to a quiet level. And it was sort of, and certainly in the way I like to go and see bands, I haven't seen this Bruce Springsteen show, but he did a thing in Off Broadway where he kind of did the whole thing where he spoke about his songs and he spoke about it and then played them on his acoustic guitar. And that's the kind of, nowadays, that would be more interesting to me than going and seeing him in a stadium and you're
yeah.
sitting at the back and you're going, is it Bruce Springsteen down there? It looks like and it sounds like him. He's a
Yeah.
tiny little ant on the stage. So,
Yeah.
so with this sort of thing, it's close up. It's intense as well. I mean, if you think about it, there's nothing to hide behind. You're kind of standing there naked with the song and sort of right here it is, and it's kind of bare bones and you're
Do we
sort of
get do we
trying to
get
do it.
stories as well then?
you'd get a bit of that, absolutely. And because we've got some amazing stories where, we went to the south of France, we went to New York, we worked with Nile Rodgers, we went to California, we recorded these songs that we play now in all sorts of different parts of the world. So there is a wee sort of, we can throw in a kind of conversation about what happened in the south of France. I don't want to give too much away. And what happened
Yeah.
in Los Angeles when we were there. What happens in Los Angeles usually stays in Los Angeles. But this we'll bring it out and we'll dust the stories down and tell you, a little other kind of dynamic about why we went there, who we worked with. All these kind of amazing things that people I can bore people senseless about what we did in the past, but
Are you doing
I
most
sit
of the
down.
chatting in this then?
Oh no, I mean, absolutely not. I mean, that's the whole point. It's like, look, you know what I'm like. If you start me talking, man, you're like, shut this guy up, man. He's
Graham,
just
I
talking.
love you. You can talk forever. You know I love you, so that's
I
fine.
do, I do, but sometimes, it's nice to let other people. So
Yeah.
with Kevin, he's been here nearly 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And he's a funny guy.
and he's a very funny guy. So with that, we get a guy like Kevin who comes into this band, we have to kind of wait until history happens for him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So by being here nearly 10 years, he's got something to talk about. He's got a bit of heritage now in the band. He's no longer the new boy, if you like.
yeah, yeah.
So in terms of that, he's got something to say as well. And Graham Duffin also, he's another one like me. He's one of these Scottish guys that is like you'd wind him up at the back and let him go, and he'll just go and yabble for Scotland. So listen, it's a chance for me to get a wee rest and for them to talk as well. So absolutely, a couple of stories, but mostly music driven. Yeah, there is stories to be attached to the songs, but there's also music there,
So
and
it's
and
literally
really
just going to be you three on stage, no drummer, no nothing else.
nothing. It's
Wow.
just us three on stage. So we're still trying to figure it out, and as you said, you've seen what we can do
Yeah, yeah,
when we break it down and do three or four songs acoustically. What we haven't done is kind of elongate it to sort of 75 to 80
yeah.
minutes long. But we're going on a European tour at the end of this month, and we've got 14, 15 days where we're doing the big band, but in the tour bus, we're going to have to figure out the set, and we're just realizing there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you must think, particularly with Kevin now being in it for 10 years, that, you know, you've done so unbelievably well. Your past was amazing, but sort of having Kevin in as well, headlining festivals, selling out tours. You guys are doing absolutely brilliantly. I was skeptical. You know I was at the beginning, but you
Sure.
are doing brilliantly.
I was skeptical as well, to be honest. It's something I just wanted to keep doing this,
Yeah.
right? I did enjoy playing in the band. Being part of a team is something that I enjoy doing anyway. And when I say I was skeptical, I'm being a wee bit facetious there. I'm just, I was sold when I met Kevin and he came down and he was in this room actually, and we went through a couple of the songs and he was singing. I knew right away this is going to work. There's no kind of doubt in my mind that this would work. Sure, as you say, people are going to be skeptical because there is a big history there and there are shoes to fill. But the only way to do it, Helen, is to get out there and play. And that's what we did. We took it upon ourselves to go out there and just go and have a good time. First and foremost, we have to have fun because having fun is what it's about, really,
And you can
And
see that now. You can see it when you guys are on the stage together. You can see Kev's confidence has grown like massively as well. And the bond that you guys have, it looks like you guys absolutely, adore each other. It's lovely.
well, it is. I mean, it's kind of, I've always adored being in the band. That's the thing, And when Kevin came in, we're all a bit unsure about where's this going, what we're trying to do, So it was a difficult couple of years before it settled down. And Kevin then, as you said, he's grown into the part. He's grown, because it's a difficult thing to come into an established band and sort of go, right, this is the way it's going now, and everyone's going, oh, is that right, man? Okay, like impress me, and
Yeah.
so in terms of that, I
And you
always
had a lot of
felt,
people to impress, to be honest. You've done
well,
so well.
we're lucky. We're lucky.
Yeah.
We got a loyal bunch of guys that come and see us, you know what I mean, and come and support us. And, th this hasn't been easy, but I think now we're beginning to, everyone knows their role in the band now. The fact that we've
And
written
Marty's
songs.
obviously still doing really well, isn't he? Doing his own stuff. Do you guys have any contact at all?
No, I've not spoke to him, but I see him and he's out there and he's doing his thing. And fair play to him, good luck to him. I wish him all the best. I love him to bits. And, he's made his decisions and done his things. And I respect that just the same as, the hope is that it's this
Do you think he
reciprocal. And
admires what you guys are doing?
that's what I was going on to say. I
Oh,
hope it's reciprocal that, he kind of sees what we're trying to do as well. And that it's a two-way street. So you know, it's one of these things. You can't create that sort of history and not have these kind of sort of unbreakable bonds, if you
yeah.
like. We're still kind of tied to one another, so we have to be grown up about it. And I'm, it's not something that I always am. I'm not grown up about lots of things, and we just have to be there and sort of deal with what's in front of us. And as I said, you know, we've went through that initial kind of pink fluffy cloud first couple of years, and sort of you're just going along in this crest of a wave, and then the crest of a wave comes down and you land somewhere.
Yeah.
So we've landed, and as you said, we've done a couple of sellout tours. We've now just announced today 40 gig,
I was good.
40-year
I was going to ask you about that
anniversary.
because that's all over the country. And what's amazing is you've got some fantastic support. You've got Roachford,
Nick
Nick
Hayward,
Hayward.
the South, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, you know what? It's all in wet.co.uk. So if you go there, there's a
That's
plethora.
exactly.
There's about 6 or 7 different support acts there, and you can go and tick off who you want to come and see. There's 40 days, 20 at the beginning of the year, and then 20 at the end of the
Can
year.
I come to several?
You can, Helen. You're guest of honor, man. You're nearly part of the band here, man. So you can come on stage and sing a wee song, tell a
Oh,
wee
no,
story about.
I think we'll give that little bit a miss, but I'm quite happy to clap from the side.
That's
Now,
good. That's good. We're happy about that too. But that, I mean, it's, I've got an amazing job. And Rory, who won the golf the other day, he said, "What an amazing job I have. I'm coming up the last." And that's the way I feel. I've got an amazing job. I'm blessed that I can go out there, I can play music, and people appreciate it and people enjoy it. And that's really what being a musician is all about.
it
Being
helps, Graham, when you're a super nice guy as well. It really helps.
well, talk to my wife sometimes. I'm not a super nice guy, man, but
I'm not
I
saying what it
try.
must be like to live with you, but to meet you every now and again, you seem lovely. Um,
I'm brilliant, man. That's exactly the way to do it with me, man. I meet me now and again. Oh, he's a lovely guy, that guy, but that's it. That's it.
Before I forget, you are also coming to the Brit Fest. I'm so excited because I'm doing the backstage interviews at the Brit Fest. Yeah.
Yes. I think we were meant to be there. Anyway, listen, we're there now and we're going to see each other. So that's a great thing. The Brit Fest, it's been going a couple of years. It's quite established. I've got a few friends up there now, that are in the band. That's the great thing about these things, Helen. You get you have to leave your ego at the door, don't
Yeah.
you? And you come in and everyone's sharing the backstage area.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's no room for pretentiousness, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a level playing field.
There's a
And
fantastic lineup this year at the
yeah,
Britfest. You've got like an amazing. You've got Holly Johnson. There's loads of different people playing, isn't there? There's Martin Fry. You've got so many different people. It's going to
yeah.
be totally amazing. You
I
will come for a backstage chat though, won't you?
I will always come if you're there, I'm there. So yeah, no problem. I'll be in for a backstage chat and tell you the news and what's going on. who's drank all the whiskey backstage and all that. You know what I mean? It's no whiskey anymore, is it? It's the Skittles, isn't it? It's who's eating all the chocolates? No longer is it beer and champagne and
What
whiskey.
do
And
you have in your dressing room, Graham?
I think we have a few crusty sandwiches, man, just lying there. Listen, there would have been a time when it was like, oh, no, this is really important. Get a bottle of this and a bottle of that and some red. I think Graham Duffin likes his red wine, and Kevin likes the odd beer. I'm happy with sparkling water. That's as far as I go, man. But that's good, For me, it's no longer, these sort of things are put in there when you're really young, because then they become really important. It's like, oh, we need to have big, massive riders with lots of things on there. And the older you get, you realise that what the important things in life, like coming to do a backstage chat with Helen, that's the
Oh,
important
you're
things,
the
you know what I
best.
mean?
You're the best. I've trained you so well to say all the right things. Now, Graham, before I go, this acoustic tour, tickets are on sale. Are they on sale now, are they, for this
They
acoustic tour?
are indeed.
What's the chance, because it's acoustic, of me getting you just to play a tiny little bit for me before we go?
All right, hang on, give me a wee sec. Give me a wee sec. I won't tell a soul. I won't tell it all. I won't let them know. Everybody, I'm a good night girl. I feel you wish you well. Your hopes inside it. Take your lovin'. I need Kevin.